welcome back. This is my Sephora Vib recommendations video. A ton of you guys asked me, hey, are you going to recommend anything to buy at the Sephora Vib sale? And I was like, you know what, I'm going to. I figured you guys maybe could look back through the other ones, which I am going to list my previous videos down in the information box, so check there. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. But this is the time of the year where Sephora has a 20% off discount, and you know you gotta get in. You know you gotta get the things that you want. So I have several things here. I'm gonna run by them very, very quickly because I'm long-winded. I love to talk over a blush for about 30 minutes, and I know y'all don't have that kind of time. So I'm going to try to quickly brief through everything. If you want a longer explanation, then you should subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, and then you'd know why I love each product. Because if you are part of my YouTube family, you probably have heard me talk about some of these products multiple times, and so you're like, okay, got it. But let's just go ahead and get started. And I feel like this shirt is choking me for some reason. I don't like remember the collar being up to here. Wow. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hold please. Well, that's super embarrassing. I've literally been out in public today at the grocery store, TJ Maxx, oh my gosh, and everybody probably was like, dude, your tag is choking you. Like, what in the world? Okay, cool. Well, let's get into the video now that I switched my shirt around and my tag isn't like up to my throat choking me. That will be much better. First thing I want to talk about is something that's actually new to me. So if you have been watching my channel, you haven't heard me talk about this yet. But the Sephora Color Switch by Vera. This is something that is perfect if you are doing your makeup and you don't have a ton of brushes, or you have your favorite brushes and you don't really want to wash them all the time. If you're going to dipping into the color, but you really love the way one brush applies, but then you don't really want that darker color in the other one, this is the perfect product. You just swirl it around and it sort of knocks off the product, cleans your brush enough to be able to go in and apply a different colored eyeshadow, and you're not going to be getting the product from the first. Now, I know there is an Ulta brand one that is a little bit cheaper, but with the discount, this is a great product. I've definitely been loving it. Why did I put that back in the box? Do not know. Let me take it out. Also comes with the lid on the bottom so that you could take this to travel. This is the perfect thing to have traveling because that's when you're going to be bringing the least amount of brushes, and that's when you're going to need to like, hey, I got to use this brush for several other things, so let me go ahead and clean it off. Another super handy tool that I've been loving is from Tarte. This is something that I just thought was a silly product, or a silly sort of a tool, and then I got it and I was like, my life is so much better now. Thank you so much. This is an eyelash putter on. So you pinch the eyelashes together and then you can just really easily place them on to your lid. This has been a lifesaver for me because I'm sort of an amateur, I feel like, at eyelashes. I feel like I'm an amateur at all sorts of makeup, but I'm an amateur applying lashes, so I really do like to have this tool. It's very, very handy, and I think with the discount, it is very affordable. Now is the time, really, to be getting these things that you want. So I do have a few perfumes that I want to share with you, because whenever the VIB sale comes, the 20% off, I'm like, yes, baby, yes. By the way, if you're wondering the dates and the codes, I will leave all that information down below. Also, if you're going to be shopping online, make sure that you use Ebates, okay? Because if you click through Ebates, you're going to be, I think they're going to have, maybe, they usually have between 4 and 8% during the VIB sale. So you're going to be getting cash back. So Ebates, if you haven't heard of it, it's just a website, a click-through website. So they always list like coupons that you could save, where I get all my like little codes that I type into Sephora. But you click through their site, it goes through to Sephora, and it's immediate cash back. You get a check every 3 months. There's like no weird, funny, like fill out this survey and do this type of thing. Not at all. I've been an actual user of Ebates for years now, and no monkey business has ever happened. They send me a check every single month, and now they set it up to deposit into my PayPal. So I literally get paid for shopping online, and they have so many different retailers. So that's a side note. I don't talk about Ebates very much, but around the Sephora VIB sale, I always make sure that I'm like by the way, make sure you have Ebates. If you're not part of Ebates, you can sign up easily before the sale starts. I'm going to leave the link down below. It is my referral link, so if you click through that, you can sign up and make sure that you're saving money and you'll get cash back. Okay, this lotion is like heaven sent. I talk about it all the time. This is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. This smells like heaven up above. Came down and said, I love you. I'm going to give you a lotion that smells delicious. This lasts on the skin. It hydrates my skin. It makes it feel so nice. I literally can smell it the next day if I put it on at night. It's so hydrating. I love it. And it just smells so good. Why can I not get this lip? It is the only lotion that I buy for my body. I've skipped out on all Bath & Body Works lotions anymore. This is the one that I purchase and repurchase. So every time there's a sale, I make an opportunity. Okay, you know how I said that I always take time to stock up on perfumes? There is one that I'm going to be buying this year, and I'm repurchasing this one. This is the Versace Bright Crystal Absolu. This is my signature scent. This is like my go-to. Well, besides Britney Spears Fantasy, but you know, sometimes you gotta grow up and have a little bit different. This is a more adult scent. This smells fresh, smells clean. It reminds me of happy times. I always wear this and there's like a happy memory attached to it. I love this perfume so much, and I'm almost done with it, so I'm going to repurchase during the sale. Another one that I recommend to you is the Stella McCartney Dot perfume. I think that's what this one's called, the Dot, or Pop. Pop. Maybe that's what it's called. This one smells beautiful as well. I love this fragrance. So these two are my recommendations. I always love purchasing perfume because I like that discount, and perfume is expensive. So it's a good time when you are... That's like my time for the sale is like all the things all year that I'm like, no, that's too expensive. But a little bit of a discount always makes it better. And plus then you're going to get even more of a discount if you do have Ebates. Some hair products. I love the Ouai Haircare line. This is one of my favorite products from them, plus the wave spray. But this is their hair oil. I mean, you need like a tiny little dibble of it, like a... And that's so gross noise, but you just need a little bit of it, and it just makes your hair so soft and shiny and manageable. I love that. I love this Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast. This gives great volume at the roots, but it doesn't leave your hair like super sticky or gross. So I really love these two products. Perfect to pick up during the sale. Okay, I'm going to do one skincare item that I absolutely have been loving, and I've kind of talked about it a little bit recently. So you guys are probably like, why are you talking about this again? But you need to pick it up now because it's expensive. But this is the IT Cosmetics Secret Sauce Moisturizer. Oh my gosh, you guys, this makes my skin feel so soft. I'm really particular with what moisturizer I will use because if it's too thick, then I get milia, those little white bumps all over my face. And if it's, you know, typically it has to just be this perfect consistency. This is that perfect consistency for me. It doesn't give me milia. It hydrates my face. I don't feel like it's too thick, but it makes my face so hydrated, so soft, and it only takes like a little bit of a tiny little bit, like a, and then it hydrates my whole face and my neck. This is so great. I love this product. Definitely now is the time to pick it up because I think it retails for around $60, but it's just so good. I use it morning and night. You want the best lip mask in town? I love this one. This is a great recommendation. I used to use Agave. I also use Dior lip mask, but this one is my new favorite. This is from LANEIGE. It is the lip sleeping mask. I think they have a couple of different scents. This one smells like strawberries. You guys, it smells so good. It makes your lips super shiny, hydrated. It smells literally like fresh strawberries, not like a fake strawberry scent. It's you get a ton of product, and it's just my favorite. I love this one. It makes your lips shiny and beautiful, and it's just a nice product to put on. You feel very pampered when you wear it. I feel like I've talked about so many eyeshadows palettes, so here are a few I have not talked about, but that are a little bit newer to me in the last couple of months that I definitely recommend picking up in the sale. The first are the holiday collection from Natasha Denona. These are the two palettes. This one is the Aries palette. I love the shades in these palettes. They blend so beautifully. This one is the Joya palette. It's just such a gorgeous eyeshadow palette. I do have a video where I swatched and wore those on the eyes. If you're interested in that, check it out. Tarte Cosmetics Tartelette Toasted palette is another favorite of mine recently. I don't know why. I've heard a few people with some mixed reviews on this palette, but I've been wearing it a ton and I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful warm tone palette. You can get so many looks. I find the shades blend beautifully and it's just a great palette. I would purchase it over and over and over again. And I wasn't like an enormous fan of the Tartelette and Bloom palette, but this one is, I'm a huge fan of that. So I recommend picking that up during the sale. Also, the Too Faced Just Peachy palette. Now this is a palette full of mattes, another warm tone, beautiful palette. I love it. I'm all about the warm tones recently. If you are about cool tones, I don't really have very many recommendations for you other than my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette for cool tone is the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. If you love cool tones, that's your palette. It's just a beautiful palette and I love how the looks turn out every single time. And the last palette that I want to recommend is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Now I haven't had an opportunity to do a ton of looks with this palette, but I really, really love it. And the shimmer shades are beautiful in it. I've used it a handful of times and I haven't even used this shade, or this shade yet. But the shades that I have used are absolutely beautiful. This is a great quality palette. I love the way that it looks on the eyes, and I think that since it is a little bit more expensive, the time to, I wish I would have waited, honestly. I wish I would have waited till now to purchase this palette because it's so pretty, but it's expensive and I could have used that discount. Come to think of it, I actually used the friends and family discount on that one, so I did save money. That's why I bought it. I totally forgot about that. I have 3 foundation recommendations for you. I have the Dior Forever foundation. These are just what I've been wearing so much recently. The Dior Forever foundation, I wear the shade 021, and honestly this is too dark for me. I have to wear this only when I'm a little bit self-tanned or a little bit tanned. The YSL All Hours foundation, I wear B30 Almond. That's a perfect match. I love this foundation, but I do want to tell you there are some things out about it that it has an alarming amount of alcohol in it. I think all foundations have alcohol in it, but I think that the amount that's in this one, I don't notice it to irritate my skin. But I did just want to put that out there. I love this foundation so much, so I can't stop wearing it. But I even love these two together. This one is super matte, and this one has a little bit of a dew to it. But I mean, it's still, they're both pore refining, full coverage. They're beautiful. This one's a little bit less full coverage, but this is definitely full coverage. And then the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. This is oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, photo friendly. I love this shade. I use the shade Vanilla. I love this foundation, but I use the shade Vanilla, and it's just such a beautiful foundation. It wears, it looks great on the skin. So these are my foundation recommendations for the sale. Okay, I always typically recommend a bronzer, and I love the Hourglass bronzers. This one is a newer shade to me. I usually use the Luminous Bronze shade, but I got the Diffused Bronze Light. It's a little bit more cool tone, and it's just a really beautiful bronzer. These bronzers are incredible because of their bakedness, and they have the mixed with the diffuser or the luminous. It's just, it gives just, it never looks muddy. It never looks muddy. This is more of like a cool tone shade for light to, it's more of like a light to, I wouldn't say medium, but light to fair to light skin tones. Really, really beautiful bronzer. It applies and blends into the skin seamlessly, and like I said, I feel like you can never use too much because it doesn't get muddy or anything. It just sort of diffuses in. I love the Luminous Bronze, and then this one I said is new to me, and this is the Diffused Bronze Light. I think I saw my friend Shay from That Girl Shay XO using this, and she said she loved it, and I was like, you know what, I need to pick that up because I love the luminous one so much. This is something I always recommend. This is the First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Triple Remedy Fair Medium. Instantly brightens, depuffs, and smooths. You kind of just put this right under your eyes, and the metal applicator, it brightens immediately, and then it just depuffs and smooths under the eyes. I use this every single day. If you're over 35, buy this. You'll thank me. This is an over 35 girl's dream. It's just like a must-have for me because it smooths and, like I said, depuffs, but it also brightens. It makes it so you have to use less product or less concealer, which when you're over 35 or any age really, you can get the little fine lines under here, and it's a little bit drier under your eyes. You don't want to use as much product. This really helps with that because it does that brightening effect. It's just a really beautiful product, and I always recommend it during the VIB sale, and I always try and pick it up if I'm out because I use this every single day. Not necessarily this shade, but these I really, really love. These are the Touch and Soul Metalist Liquid Foil and Glitter Eyeshadow Duos. One side is glitter, the other side is like a foiled eyeshadow. Hang on, I'm holding on everything. This is in Lottie. I love this one. It's a little bit more cool tone. It goes beautiful with like a cool tone look, but that's the color. And then on the other side, which let me tell you, there's several different colors of these, and all of them are beautiful. I have a ton of them. The negative about them is this is a little bit messy of an applicator. It's kind of stupid, but effect that it gives is beautiful. So it has like a glitter on the other side, like a glitter pigment, and you kind of press it in, but the look that you end up getting is just absolutely stunning. They stay on your eye forever, and they're just super beautiful products. I love this one because it's like a beautiful sort of cool tone mauve shade, and it's just very, very pretty, but they do have warm tones if that's what you're into as well. But I highly recommend these. I love them. I also love the Stella Magnificent Metal Glitters, but I feel like I talked those to death last year, but yes. If you don't own any of those, you probably should. Obviously, the last area is lips, and I'm going to keep it simple this year. I'm going to show you 3 products that I recommend. I love these Burberry Liquid Lip. What are these called? Liquid Lip Velvets. This is in the shade Fawn Nude. It's just this absolutely beautiful. It's my perfect lip shade, mauve pink shade. I love it so much I can't even tell you. It's just my favorite shade ever. It's this perfect mousse formula. It glides on the lips. I love it so much, but it doesn't dry down. It's not going to dry down, but it is a little bit of a semi matte finish, but it's not going to dry down at all, so it is not transfer proof. It will transfer if you kiss. So it's basically like a whipped liquid lipstick that doesn't dry down. And then these 2 glosses. This is the Marc Jacobs Skin Deep. These are the enamored lip glosses. They smell really good. They have a great shine. I'm wearing this shade on top of one of the Gigi Hadid Maybelline. I did this full look, and then I put on, this shade is Erin from that collection, the Maybelline collection, but I topped this on top of it. This is just a beautiful, like, neutral. I think this would be everyone's favorite nude gloss because it's not too nude. It's a very wearable neutral. It's very much the skin tone color, but it has so much shine to it that they're just a really great formula. And then the gloss that I think that everyone needs to have in their life, this has a little bit of a plumping effect to it, and it has a little bit of that feeling. So if you don't love that, maybe you won't love this, but I don't think it's very strong. But I do want to say that. This is the Outrageous Plump Effect Volume Gloss. This is in 01. It honestly, when I wear this gloss, every time I wear it, my friend Dana always says to me, "Did you get your lips redone again?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I swear to God, I would tell you. Do you think that you would miss out on all of the complaining that I do, and how I say I wish I never would have done that, and how I say they're too big, and then I'm like, they're too small, they shrunk, why did I waste my time?" No, I didn't get my lips redone. I'm just wearing this Sephora gloss. Every single time she asks me, I'm like, "No, I'm just wearing this Sephora gloss." And she's like, "That thing literally makes your lips look 5 times the size." And I don't know if it's just the juiciness of it or what, but this gloss is the best. It literally makes your lips feel juicy. Sometimes I just put it on with a lip liner, It's just a clear with a little pink tint to it, but they do have other shades if you are interested in getting a different shade with a tint, but I highly recommend just this one. It's a great topper. You can wear it on its own. It makes your lips look juicy and plump, and it's just beautiful. I think it's a dupe for the Dior Glow Maximizer Plumping Gloss or whatever with collagen. This is an absolute dupe, and I was a purchaser of that product for years and years and years, so I can tell you, I'm not spending my $28 on that anymore. I'm buying this because it's a fraction of the price. So thank you guys for watching. Those are my Sephora recommendations. As always, leave some of your recommendations down below. What do you think that I should buy if I don't already own it? Because you guys know I'm kind of crazy. I kind of have too much makeup. So let me know down below what you think about my recommendations, if you're going to get any. If you have some of your own for me, I would love to hear them. And so might the other people in the comment section. So go ahead and leave those down below. Thank you guys again for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.